Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Kawaii Brit, and today we're going to be continuing on with my October series. This month the videos will all be Halloween themed, and instead of verbalizing the steps I take to make my creations, I'm going to be sharing different spooky stories. My stories, my town stories, and other stories that just interest me. I'm aware that many of you may be skeptics, so if that's the case, I hope you enjoy the craft I'm making. And for those of you interested in history, haunts, and just plain spooky things, I hope you enjoy taking this adventure in the series with me. Today I'm going to be talking about a location with yet another dark urban legend surrounding it. This location is known as the Seven Gates of Hell. The Seven Gates of Hell sits in Pelham Township. Pelham Township is a pleasant little backwater in the corner of York, Pennsylvania. It boasts rich forestry, lakes, wildlife, and waterfalls, and also a portal to hell. The Seven Gates of Hell, located on Toad Road, is a popular piece in urban folklore. A series of portals in the Pelham Township which open an entrance to a portal to hell. There are numerous myths about the Seven Gates of Hell. Each varies depending on who you're talking to. Regardless of which version you were told, they both end the same way. There are 7 gates, only one of which is visible during the day. At night, the other 6 gates appear. If you pass through all 7 gates, you'll be taken directly to hell. But no one has ever made it past the 5th gate. The first myth goes as follows. In the 1800s, a colossal mental asylum was built in the woods of Pelham off Toad Road. Buried in the desolate Pennsylvania woods, it was viewed as the perfect place to ship the insane from all across the state. It was erected in a remote location so that the townsfolk would not be exposed to the insanity within. One day, in the 1900s, a fire broke out, and, due to its remoteness, firefighters could not reach the hospital in time to save it. The scene was pure horror. Some of the most deranged and dangerous people in all of Pennsylvania had disappeared into the woods as the asylum burned and spread throughout the area. Once the fire was finally under control, officials set out to capture all of the inmates. Running wild, many of them were recaptured, beaten, or killed. Some say that the gates were put up by the local search party in order to trap the remaining inmates. Those that were killed, their souls were unable to escape and became trapped within the gates. Years to follow, you could hear them haunting, screaming, and crying. But eventually, they discovered the portal directly to hell, and their souls were able to leave. The ones that survived stayed trapped within the gates and lived on to stalk and murder behind the 7 gates. The other story deals with a local physician. In the physician version of this story, the gates were built by him in the early 1900s. This physician was known as an eccentric, and some would even call him psychotic. He was said to have owned the land on which he erected a large gate at the entrance to his property. Shortly after, rumors spread rampant that there was a series of gates beyond that one. These gates are said to lead deep into the woods with something mysterious at the end. Another lesser-known myth is a disturbing one that I did not know myself until doing my research. It is of a man in the 1950s who shot and killed his wife and children with a shotgun and impaled their corpses on the spikes of one of the gates. Before the house was torn down, bullet holes were visible in the garage door and on the wall on the side of the house where the garage door was located. In reality, there used to be a road in Pelham Township named Toad Road. However, it was wiped off the map after Hurricane Agnes in 1972. The location in question never housed an institution. A physician did exist, but on the other hand, he only built 1 gate to his property. Another related myth states that Pelham was named after hell. This is untrue as well. It is an adaptation of Pelham after Pelhamshire, England. Today, apparitions are still said to be seen along these paths. Strange noises and menacing screams are heard frequently. The area reported to be the location of the 7 gates sits on private property. The remaining gate houses a sign that says all trespassers will be prosecuted. And there's always someone there with a watchful eye, just in case. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this October's theme. If you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button up there to be notified when my next video comes out. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links are located in the description for you. I also stream. Check me out on Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My Twitch is also in the description. If you made it this far, hit the like button if you haven't already. And let me know in the comments, would you be interested in hearing more of my ghost stories in the future? Thanks again for watching, everyone. Happy haunting!